Could the sun be setting on Narendra Modi's era in Indian politics? Today, we explore why the once seemingly invincible Prime Minister might face a tough battle in the 2024 general elections. The year 2024 is shaping up to be a make-or-break year for democracy worldwide, with over half the world's population participating in elections across approximately 65 countries. Amidst this global backdrop, India's upcoming general election is drawing particular attention, not just for its scale but for the significant political shifts taking place within the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a figure who has dominated Indian politics for the past decade, faces unforeseen challenges that could potentially unseat his party. Recent regional election results, like the Aam Aadmi Party's sweeping victory in Punjab, hint at a growing appetite for change among the Indian electorate. This shift is further bolstered by legislative changes such as the Women's Reservation Bill, promising to reshape the political landscape by increasing women's representation in governance. As we dive deeper, let's dissect the factors that could lead to Narendra Modi's potential loss next year. No leader operates in a vacuum. Let's examine the strengthening opposition that's challenging Modi's reign. In the vibrant and ever-evolving landscape of Indian politics, the Aam Aadmi Party, commonly known as AAP, has emerged as a formidable force. This was vividly illustrated in their recent triumph in the Punjab state elections, where they secured an overwhelming majority. This victory is not just about numbers, it's a testament to the party's growing influence and the appeal of its governance model. Under the leadership of Arvind Kejriwal, AAP has carved a niche for itself, with a governance style that resonates with both the common man and the educated urban elite. Kejriwal, a former bureaucrat, is seen by many as a beacon of effective and transparent governance. His administration in Delhi has been praised for its focus on key issues such as healthcare, education, and water supply, which are critical to the daily lives of millions. AAP's success in Delhi and Punjab has set the stage for its national aspirations. The party aims to replicate its Delhi model across India, appealing to a demographic tired of traditional politics marred by corruption and inefficiency. Their promise of a clean, accountable government is attracting voters who are looking for change. Meanwhile, the Congress Party, once a dominant player in Indian politics, is currently grappling with internal conflicts and a lack of clear leadership. This disarray within Congress has created a vacuum and presented an opportunity for AAP and other regional parties to gain traction, as voters seek alternatives to the Bharatiya Janata Party and the faltering Congress. AAP's straightforward and result-oriented approach is becoming increasingly attractive. This shift is indicative of a broader trend where regional parties are gaining prominence at the expense of national giants. The electorate's growing disenchantment with traditional political behemoths is paving the way for more localized, issue-based politics, which parties like AAP are adept at leveraging. With the opposition gaining ground, Modi's BJP faces not just a battle of policies but also of perception. Leaders are only as strong as their public support. What's the current mood on the streets of India? In recent years, the landscape of Indian politics has seen a significant shift, with public opinion swaying away from Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. This change is fueled by a variety of factors, most notably economic challenges and rising unemployment rates. The Indian economy, once booming, has shown signs of strain, and the job market has not kept pace with the population's needs, leaving many young Indians frustrated and seeking change. Adding to the economic discontent, Modi's legislative actions have also sparked considerable debate and dissent. The Citizenship Amendment Act, for instance, has been particularly controversial, drawing criticism both domestically and internationally for its perceived discriminatory implications against Muslims. This legislation has not only led to widespread protests across the country, but has also caused a significant dent in Modi's popularity among the younger demographic, who are increasingly vocal on social media platforms. Social media trends and recent polls reflect this dip in Modi's popularity. Hashtags calling for political change trend frequently, and digital platforms have become arenas where dissent is not only voiced but also vigorously defended. Polls over the past months show a noticeable decline in the approval ratings for Modi, with significant dissatisfaction expressed over his handling of the economy and social issues. Moreover, the public's response to legislative actions extends beyond the Citizenship Amendment Act. The introduction of the Women's Reservation Bill, while a positive step towards gender equality, has also opened up discussions on the efficacy and motives behind such legislative changes under Modi's administration. People are beginning to question whether these actions are mere political maneuvers, rather than genuine attempts at reform. As public sentiment wavers, the impact could be monumental in the upcoming elections. The streets of India are buzzing with conversations and debates, reflecting a democracy that is alive and kicking, and possibly on the brink of choosing a new direction. Sometimes, groundbreaking laws can redefine political landscapes. Has the Women's Reservation Bill been a game changer? In a historic move, the Modi administration passed the Women's Reservation Bill, a significant step towards gender equality in India. This law earmarks 1/3 of the seats in both the lower house of parliament and state legislative assemblies exclusively for women. For nearly 3 decades, this bill simmered on the legislative backburner, but its recent passage marks a monumental shift towards inclusivity in Indian politics. Now, let's unpack the potential impacts. On the bright side, this law is poised to substantially increase the representation of women in decision-making roles. Historically, women have been underrepresented in Indian politics, and this bill could change the narrative, empowering more women to shape policy and governance. The success of similar quotas at local levels, which have positively influenced women's political engagement and leadership, suggests promising outcomes. However, the road to such progressive change is seldom smooth. The introduction of the Women's Reservation Bill has stirred a pot of mixed reactions. While many herald it as a stride towards an equitable society, there are segments of Modi's traditional voter base that feel sidelined. This discontent stems from a fear of losing representation and influence, a sentiment not uncommon in politics when power dynamics shift dramatically. Moreover, political parties are now compelled to re-strategize. They must scout and support capable women leaders, which, while beneficial in the long run, poses a significant challenge in the short term. This transition demands a reshaping of political narratives and strategies, potentially unsettling the established order and causing friction within party ranks. While progressive, the Women's Reservation Bill could be a double-edged sword for Modi's electoral prospects. How does the world view Modi's potential decline? Let's glance across the borders. Globally, Narendra Modi's tenure as India's Prime Minister has been observed with a mixture of admiration and critique. His leadership style, marked by a strong centralization of power and a robust push for economic reforms, has drawn praise in some quarters for decisiveness and fostering economic growth. However, this same centralization raises concerns about the erosion of democratic institutions and minority rights, issues that resonate deeply in international forums. On the international stage, Modi's diplomatic strategies, such as his engagements with both Western and Eastern powers, have been seen as attempts to position India as a major global player. Yet his government's domestic policies, especially concerning trade and foreign investment, have received mixed reviews. While some applaud the opening up of certain sectors, others point to protectionist moves that complicate trade relations. Furthermore, Modi's approach to issues like climate change and digital cooperation has helped shape global perceptions. His proactive stance in international climate negotiations and leadership in global digital partnerships have enhanced his image as a forward-thinking leader. However, the efficacy of these initiatives at home plays a crucial role in shaping the international community's final assessment. International opinion can often reflect and even influence domestic political tides. As we've journeyed through various dimensions of Indian politics, the question remains, is this the end of Modi's era? In the shifting sands of Indian political landscapes, we've witnessed the emergence of a formidable opposition. The Aam Aadmi Party, under Arvind Kejriwal's leadership, has not only secured a resounding victory in Punjab but has also shown potential to challenge the Bharatiya Janata Party on a national scale. Their governance model in Delhi, which focuses on transparency and efficiency, resonates with a broad section of the electorate, setting a new benchmark for political accountability. Public opinion, too, is evolving. The citizens' growing demand for integrity and effective governance in their leaders is palpable. This shift is not just about changing preferences, but a deeper, more profound call for respect and inclusion in the political process. The success of the AAP in Punjab is a clear indication that the public's pulse is leaning towards those who can deliver results and uphold democratic values. Furthermore, legislative changes such as the Women's Reservation Bill have stirred the political pot significantly. By aiming to reserve 1/3 of parliamentary seats for women, this legislation is not just a step towards gender equality, but also a transformative move that could change the face of Indian politics. It challenges parties, including Modi's BJP, to rethink their strategies and be more inclusive in their representation. On the international front, the perception of India's democracy is under scrutiny. The global community watches closely as India navigates through these turbulent political times, making decisions that will shape the future of its democratic fabric. Collectively, these elements sketch a challenging road ahead for Modi in the upcoming 2024 elections. The rise of a credible opposition, a public that demands more, legislative shifts towards greater inclusivity, and the eyes of the world closely watching, all these factors converge on a single point of reflection: the need for adaptability and resilience in politics. Change is the only constant in politics. And for Narendra Modi, the 2024 election might just be the ultimate test of adaptability and resilience.